In this video, I wanted to explain how students are encouraged to work with the perimeter of rectangles as they go through the addition progression. Now, in this case, students will flip two cards or choose two numbers in order to find the dimensions of a rectangle. So in this case, 15 and 37. So it's really important for students to recognize that if they slash a rectangle in half diagonally, they essentially create two half perimeters. So in this case, the side lengths in the green half will be equivalent to the side lengths in the yellow half of a rectangle. So to find the perimeter of this rectangle, which has dimensions of 15 and 37, all that students need to do is find the sum of the green side. So 15 plus 37 is 52. And then double that length, so 52 times 2, in order to find a perimeter of 104. So on the right, we see a question that asks students to draw 3 different rectangles with a perimeter of 24. A lot of times what students will do when they're asked to build rectangles is just kind of guess and check. So they'll start with something like dimensions of 1 and 2, find the perimeter. Oh, that doesn't work. So let's guess 2 other numbers. Let's say in this case 3 and 4. Oh, that doesn't work, so we'll keep going. But if they utilize the idea of a half perimeter, they really start to build a lot of understanding and efficiency. So for example, if the perimeter of this rectangle is 24, then each half perimeter, represented by the green and yellow line in this case, would be half of 24, which is 12. Students can then use their knowledge of addition facts in order to find as many sums as possible that equal 12. So it could be 11 plus 1, 10 plus 2, 9 plus 3, 8 plus 4, 7 plus 5, or 6 plus 6. And any of these sums will build a rectangle that has a perimeter of 24. So if we draw a quick rectangle with dimensions of 11 and 1, we'll in fact give a rectangle with a perimeter of 24. So in this case, the half perimeter is the sum of 11 and 1, which is 12. And 12 doubled will give me 24. Now, a few misconceptions here that are really important. A lot of students believe that if they just rotate the rectangle and draw dimensions of 11 and 1, but with the rectangle rotated, that it gives a different rectangle, when in fact, rotating a rectangle is still the same rectangle. As long as the dimensions are 11 and 1, they're working with an identical rectangle. Another important misconception is that this square with dimensions of 6 and 6 isn't a rectangle, when in fact, all squares are rectangles. They're just a special kind of rectangle, which has identical dimensions. So it's important for students to be able to work with the half perimeter in order to be able to efficiently build different rectangles. But it's also important for them to recognize that when we switch the orientation of a rectangle, we don't change it. And also that all squares are rectangles.